Good morning, guys. It is currently 7:51 in the morning. I am sitting in my very dark living room. I'm looking out my French doors. The blinds are open. Mother Bertha gave us like zero sight in this motherfucking fog. It's ridiculous, but I am drinking my Starbucks coffee. Just kidding. Made it myself with my coffee pot. Keurig, if you will. I'm not that broke. But yeah, it is Tuesday, December 3rd, and I woke up beautiful yesterday, which I guess is good because you know what? Yesterday I recorded a full hour-long episode by myself, just talking about everything I wanted to talk about. It was the best fucking episode. It just went recorded so smooth. I didn't have to go back and edit anything. It was just gonna be primed and ready to give out to you guys. And my fat ass was sitting on the chair. My fat ass got up off the chair. My fat ass finger, my thumb finger, pressed the escape button on accident and deleted the whole motherfucking thing. Literally in 0.1 second. Just vanished into the archives of the HP lost files, and I could not retrieve the bitch at all. I tried for 45 minutes to retrieve it, and it just wouldn't work. I kept trying to click yes on this prompt that kept coming up, and it kept saying, do you want to retrieve the last item you were working on? I put yes. It gave me 10 episodes before. I was like, that was not the last file I was working on. Get it together. And nope, I just lost it. And then I was already in a mood because Monday was fucking Mondaying like a Monday has never Mondayed before. I had woke up, I had pulled a muscle in my lower back, pulled a muscle on the left side of my neck, pulled a muscle on the right side of my neck, and I was in fucking pain. My doctor had prescribed me 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen. I had been taking those. I've been popping 6 by the pop, and they were not working. And then Zelante was already getting irritated with me because he wants me to eat food when I take those. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I hurt when I hurt when my stomach's empty. I hurt when my stomach's full. I just need these motherfuckers to kick in so I can just give back to my day-to-day life of being me. But we'll redo this episode and I'll start from the beginning. So I had 9 days off from work. We were on Thanksgiving break. Technically it was only 5 days, but I count the weekends because every fucking day that I'm not at work is a vacay. So total, I had 9 days off. So that first weekend, I know I did something Friday and Saturday. I just can't remember because, the alcohol, when you're having so much fun, you just don't remember. And then it's amazing when you don't remember because you're not embarrassed. You're not anxious about ooh, what did I say to somebody? What did I do? I just hope my fat ass wasn't wailing limbs around the living room or the kitchen or acting a fool, dancing and Megan Thee Stallion or something, Don't look at your snaps the next day because whatever you posted is just don't. It's just law. You wake up and you act like yesterday never happened. If you don't remember it, it didn't happen. So I really don't know what I did those first 2 days. But Sunday was my mother's boyfriend's birthday, which this bitch, okay, she had called me maybe a week prior and she was like, hey, it's Juan's birthday and I want to surprise him with some wine and tasting. Sorry, I'm thinking about wine and chocolate upcoming. She wanted to surprise him with wine tasting. She's like, but I want to go to where we have never been before and I want to invite all of his closest friends, and I just want to have an amazing time, but I don't want him to know anything about it, so we have to keep it a surprise. I was like, okay, well, let me know where we're going, who's going, what time I should be there. And she's like, no. I need you to figure all that out. I'm like, bitch, I'm not sleeping with them. You are. You figure it out. How are you going to invite me to a birthday event but tell me to plan the birthday event? That's not how it works, Rebecca. So, anyways, so I did because, I never say no to anybody. So I forgot which place I called first, but the bitch was like, oh, if you're going to make a reservation for over 7, then you're going to have to pay for everybody up front. And then, so we're going to need a credit card on file. And then if somebody doesn't show up, then you still have to pay for them. But you get to keep their wine. She had about 13 bitches coming. So I was like, not going to happen. You're not getting my credit card to put on file. Because if somebody doesn't fucking show up, hold the reservation, we're going to go pick their asses up and drag them by their nappy ass weaves over to the winery and they're going to taste some fucking liquor. Okay? Or wine. Whatever. Same thing. And so we were like, okay, scratch that one off the list because Susie was not giving me the information I wanted to hear. Zelante did mention Tobin James, which I had never been to, and if I have never been to it, I know damn well Rebecca has never been to it. So I decided to give them a holla. So I did, and it was actually great. The lady was so amazing. She was so excited. I told her I was just inquiring about a tasting, and she fucking made my reservation in 0.2 seconds. I said inquiring about a tasting, and she had everybody's name, she had everybody's phone number, she had whoever's birthday it was. She had this shit down. Like she could walk up to the door right now and probably sell me a whole fucking kitchen set, put me in debt. She was good at her job. We're going to talk about her a little bit later because then when we actually got there, the bitch was fucking stupid. But yeah, so I called Rebecca and I was like, okay, I got the reservation for all you guys and us and we'll be there Sunday. I don't know how you're going to keep it from him when he's the one driving, but whatever. So that's what happened. We ended up getting there. He picked us up because, he was driving, which it was stupid, but whatever. We got to Paso around noon, and we get to the winery. Okay, so, surprise over for that. He knew we were at the winery, so he knew we were going to be doing some wine tasting, which was... Hold on. Excuse me. I've been so nauseous these last couple days. I don't know why the fuck. I might be with child. Yeah, so we got to the place and he then found out obviously that we were going to be at a winery doing some wine tasting. I mean, whatever. So we're standing there in the parking lot looking like a bunch of fucking idiots, and the lady's just standing at the door, the same bitch I talked to on the phone. I don't know her name, so we're just gonna call her Susie. So Susie's standing at the fucking door. This place looks like a big ass fucking cabin. It looks very desert, western, dirty. Very nice ambiance. I really liked it. It was cute. So we walk up to the fucking door, and at first I was trying to tell Rebecca, hey, stay back because I'm gonna give her all the information, and he's not supposed to know anything, and blah 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 blah. The bitch is fucking stupid, so every step I took, she followed. And so we went up to the door, and she's like, "Hey, how's it going? Do you guys have a reservation?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." And she goes, "Okay, well, how many?" And I side-eyed Rebecca bitch, see? So then I was like, 13. And he's like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. And that's how he talks. I don't know why. I haven't really asked him why he talks like that yet. But he has a large rasp. Yeah, so now he finds out we're going wine tasting. There's 13 people total. And then she's like, "Okay, is it for a birthday?" And I'm like, "Yes, I literally just spoke to you and I told you we were going to be there in 10 minutes. And it's for a birthday for 13 fucking people. And he's right here. So thank you. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Susie, for ruining the whole fucking surprise before anybody showed up." The bitch was fucking stupid. Anyway, she let us in and she was like, "Since there's so many of you guys, we'll put you guys at this little private bar," which wasn't really private, but it was private. We were the only ones there. The place was really nice. It was really cute on the inside. Not very San Antonio, because I love San Antonio, the Riboli family winery. Theirs is always so cute and decorated. The people are always so nice and blah, blah, blah. This place, the people were great. It was very small. Then they didn't have a kitchen, so we couldn't order food. And I was like, oh, fuck. For reals, I'm starving. Which I'm always fucking starving. I'm like, who picked this non-kitchen place? Zelante? Of course he did. But no, we had an amazing time. I don't remember the lady's name that helped us behind the counter. We're going to call her Kelly. She was very hungover, very not in the mood. She still was very, very nice, but you can tell she wanted to roll over and die. And she was like, "Sorry, I'm so hungover. I went out to wherever she went before, and now she's, when you're hella hungover and then you're going to work somewhere where there's just alcohol everywhere, you can smell every fucking, aroma of every alcohol that's there." And I felt so bad for her, but I mean, whatever, Kelly. So, and then the guy who helped us was Andrew. I'm assuming, preferred to be called Andy because that's what he told us his name was. Yeah, but his, short circuiting. So, yeah, so he set up his 13 cups. We tried a bunch of different fucking wines, and we literally had an amazing time. Andy was so funny. He was so nice. He was like, oh, here's my Instagram. Here's the winery's Instagram. Like, look around, blah, blah, blah. Great, great experience. Like, I definitely want to go back, which we almost did this past Sunday, and then we'll get to there. But yeah, we had so much fucking fun. And then we did like the whole happy birthday, took some pictures, pose, pose, pose. And I'm an MOD, model off duty. So as soon as he said, whose phone am I taking pictures with? I was like, oh, yes, me. Take mine. Take a picture of me. So we did. And yeah, so after that, us and his 11 friends, we all went to Tin Cities, where they have like a barrel house, they have like olive oil tasting, they have ice cream tasting, they have all these little bakeries and shit like that. Our first stop there was olive oil tasting, and we got this little like broken Sarah girl. Like, you could tell she was very like old and alone, not really old, maybe like in her like mid 50s. And you could tell she was just like very brittle, very broken, very sad, very divorced. But she knew her shit about the olive oil. She knew about how long the trees were there. She knew how long it take to make olive oil. She knew every flavor. She knew which ones to mix with what and put with what. And the bitch she knew her thing about her olive oil. I mean, you go, girl. I hope when I'm sad and broken and lonely that I know that much about wine. Anyways, so we tried like a bunch of different olive oils, and I was like, if this doesn't give us diarrhea, like everything's just gonna be slipping out of us. But it was so fucking good. Then after that, all I wanted was like bread, pizza, pasta. Like, since then, I've been craving a fucking pasta, and that's what Zelante made last night. He made some like pasta, and he added some like heavy whipping cream with some pesto and some cheese and some chicken chunks, and it was so fucking good. And I had like a 12-pack of Hawaiian rolls with it. Yeah, so we did the olive oil tasting, and then we went to the barrel house over there in Tin Cities, Paso Robles. The barrel house over there, okay, Visalia, get it to fucking together, okay? Because the barrel house in Visalia was so fucking cute. They had like 2 stages. They had 2 separate areas with tables and chairs. They had a big old like taco truck. They had like a full bar, bathroom, pretzels just to like grab with your dirty ass hands. With the like good like primed like honey mustard to just dip your fucking pretzels in. And yeah, so we went there. That was fun. They really didn't have any. They said they were going to have live music playing. They didn't, which it was okay because I didn't really want to hear some fucking ginger like playing on his guitar acting like Ed fucking Sheeran. Yeah, so and then one of Juan's friends' wife, I forgot her name. We're just going to call her White Trash Helen because she looks like that. But she had this big old fucking charcuterie board, and let me tell you, if I could have married the broad right there at Barrel House, I would have. Because she brought out the biggest fucking charcuterie board I've ever fucking seen. She had went to Bravo Farms to get all her supplies and spent like $300 making this fucking board. And she had peanuts, cashews, almonds, like spicy mango, like dried mangoes. She had meats, salamis, pepperonis, different crackers. She has like 5 different cheeses in cubes, and it like that's all I could ever ask for. Like, I felt like it was my fucking birthday. I sat at that fucking bench and I made everybody, whoever was getting up to go get a drink was getting me one because I was not leaving the side of this fucking board. Nobody was going to have more of this board than I was. And Rebecca sat right next to me and I'm watching the bitch. I'm like, hey, don't take that much cheese. Like, no. Okay, like, who even invited you? And I finished that fucking board, and you better believe as soon as that board was empty, I took the fucking board, and that fucking board is sitting on the top of my fucking microwave waiting for Zelante to fill it up. Anyways, so yeah, we had a bunch of drinks. We had like a flight. I loved the Barrel House glasses. Don't tell anybody. But so one of his friends took like a big ass ice chest, right? And the ice chest was empty because we ate every fucking thing. So when we got up, I was like, oh my God, I love these glasses. And so we all kind of like took glasses and put them in the ice chest and then walked out of the building with them. So I have like 6 Barrel House glasses that I quote unquote bought. in my cupboard right now, and they are beautiful. Love them. And yes, so then we had, so after there we had left, and I was like, okay, we have to go to San Antonio Winery because that we just have to go there for an Aperol. And so we stopped by there, had our Aperol. The bitches didn't even charge us for it, and Zelante thinks they just forgot. I think it's because they knew that we knew the owner. They think we're friends with the owner, which is not true, but it's not entirely true. One time we had taken Karen there for her birthday. We had went wine tasting. The bitch got fucked up. I was just going to say fucked, but then I was like, no. So bitch got fucked up, okay, on her birthday. I don't know how old she turned, but whatever. And we ended up meeting the owner of the Rivoli winery. Like, he was there. And I was like, Karen, this is your time. Show some fucking skin. Take off your hoodie. Like, lift up your skirt a little bit. Like, take off the fucking glasses. And, like, you're going to marry him because we need him. And she didn't. But we ended up meeting him, and he ended up finding us also lovely. We were like, oh, it's this skank's birthday, and she's single. Apparently, he liked us because he was like, hey, like, yes, just email me. Here's my contact info, and I'll give you guys a free tasting, and like, blah, blah, blah. So, we did. We went to Jada. That's another story. And yeah, so they kind of knew that we knew the owner. We weren't necessarily friends with him, but they knew that we knew him. And I was like, hey, I'm going to send a video. Everybody say hi. And they were like, hi, Santos. Hi, Santos. So yeah, they didn't charge us for the drinks. Yeah, and then we were so fucked up. I don't even remember getting home, but we got home. And I think I just went to bed right when we got home. But happy birthday, Juan. Okay, so now I want to move on to Thanksgiving because there was like a little, like, not really family drama, but like a one-person drama in the family, and it was so fucking funny. Like, it's so stupid. So, about 3 days, I want to say, before Thanksgiving, my sister's baby daddy decided to get a stripper for his, I guess, best friend or his quote-unquote homie. So, I'm like scrolling through Facebook or looking at people's stories, and his story pops up. He has this stripper bitch all over their fucking couch, like letting all of her STDs just like slide all over the couch where his kids eat and sleep and where him and my sister watch TV and all that stuff. And this bitch is like all around the couch, all around the floor, just like grinding all over everything. And every story, she's like getting more naked and more naked and more naked. And then he's like grabbing all over her. He's basically like elbow deep into her cooch. And it was so fucking disgusting. And he posted it all over Facebook for like my family to see, his family to see, like just for everybody to see. So everybody's like, what the fuck? Like, we don't want to see that shit, you know? And so I was like, ill. And he's like, your sister was there, idiot. And because that's how he talks. He talks like a fucking retard. And so then I was like, okay, still ill, you know? He's like, oh, but you can go to your gay ass strip clubs and nobody tells you anything and get off your high horse and mind your business and blah, 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 blah. Like, literally just like, womp, 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 womp. Like, nobody cares, Chris. Come on. Nobody fucking cares. And so I was like, for one, I have never been to a strip club. And if I had, I'm not going to be neck deep into some bitch's cooter. And I'm not going to post it all over social media for everybody to see. Like, it's just, that's not, no. Yeah, so that happened. And then I don't know if somebody in my family had told him something or whatever, but then he did this like Facebook post and he was like, everybody needs to stay out of my household and your sorry ass opinions don't matter and stay out of our business and what we do in our house is what we do in our house and blah, 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 blah. And then he tagged me, he tagged my dad, he tagged my mom. Like, he was just like arguing with himself. So I posted a gif of like, ooh, I'm so scared. Like, you're so scary. And then like 0.5 seconds later, the post was taken down. So I'm assuming that my sister got pissed off and told him like, what the fuck, take it down. And then, so nobody wanted to come to Thanksgiving if he was going to be there because he's just unhouse trained. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to have half of my family not show up because of him being here when he's not needed here. They said they weren't going to come for Thanksgiving because they were going to have family coming down from Oregon, and then she changed her mind and said they were coming, and then they're not coming. And I was like, bitch, make up your fucking mind, okay? So then it went to I might stop by. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, if you're going to stop by, leave your baby daddy at home because everybody's going to be here and I don't want him being here with everybody and making everybody uncomfortable. Nobody wants to be here around him, like blah, 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 blah. So then she got like all emotional and she messaged my mom and my dad and she was like, oh, we're so unwanted and we're unwelcomed and blah, 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 blah. And like, woe is me, feel bad for me. And we're like, bitch, no, shut the fuck up because nobody said that. I said, when you come, bring you and your kids and leave him at home. If his family's coming down from Oregon, like you said they were, then leave him there. Why does he have to come then? He's not needed here. Okay, just come for a little bit, bring the kids, shut the fuck up, and let's move along. Like, I got things to do. So then my dad calls me and he's like, I need to talk to you about your sister. And I'm like, ugh, okay. So he comes and I'm like, you're just being too easy with her. Like, so what? We invited her to come with her and the kids. If she doesn't come, that's on her. Like, I could give two fucks. It was just stupid. It was like nonsense. Like she was trying to turn it around like, oh, nobody wants us there. And I'm like, bitch, I know you're fucking stupid, but you're not that fucking stupid. I said, come, but do not bring him. If you don't show up, then don't show up. You know what? At this point, just don't come. I don't care. But then it was like, if she was going to come, then I had to tell my other sister, be like, hey, don't come until she leaves. And then if she wasn't going to come, I can tell my sister, just come whenever you want, because I have two sisters that aren't speaking right now. And so she's like, if Mallory's going to be there, I don't want to be there. And then Mallory's like, if Maddie's going to be there, let me know when she leaves so I can go. And it was just stupid. But it wasn't even like really drama to me. It was funny because I'm not involved. And it's just like for stupid stuff. So I'm just like, whatever. Like, how about just nobody comes anymore? Like, fuck. Okay, so let's move along to actual Thanksgiving. That was just like the little like tiff, you know, and nobody, Thanksgiving hadn't even happened yet and everybody was already all pissed off. And so yeah, the day before Thanksgiving, Zelante's mom had came because they wanted to prep their dressing that they were going to make, and they were making like two different ones. They were like low-key competing on whose was going to be better, so they're like watching each other make it, and she's like, nope, that's not how you do it, nope, shut up, Lante. And he's like, mama, like, let me make it how I make it and you make it how you make it, like blah 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 blah. And they're just like bickering and stuff, but then they're making fun of each other, and it was fun. We had like some drinks, we had Motown playing in the background, and it was a good time. I was in charge of making the turkey, the ham. I made a creamed corn casserole, I made chili beans, and yeah, so I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning to start prepping all of that stuff. I was so fucking tired. My body was hurting. So I was like, give me that fucking IPA. Give me some wine. Give me a White Claw. Like, where's the liquor? I put everything in the oven, you know, let it do its thing. And yeah, people started showing up around like noon, between like noon and 2. And it was good. I had like made this little like wall thing in my house that said like, I am thankful for. And then it had like little cards that people could fill out and like glue them to the paper. So I got to everybody. I had like 35 to 40 people here, so I had everybody do one. We put it on the wall, and then I got to see what everybody was thankful for. And I put, basic bitch stuff like Thanksgiving 2024, and rolled it up and shoved that bitch in the garage. So memories. But yeah, everybody had an amazing time. Once the party started to die down around like 11ish, we were all sitting around the bonfire that I had. And Zelante was like, oh, like we should just go all around the fire and say what we're thankful for. So we were like, okay. He gave his like what he's thankful for. And then he gave like a whole like little 3-minute speech about how much he loves me and how much I changed his life. And it was so cute. Loved it. Although people started to cry, and I was like, should I be crying right now? But I wasn't that drunk yet. But it was beautiful. The speech was amazing. So everybody went around the fire and started saying what they were thankful for. Some people rambled, which was great because it was like great advice. Everybody's been through a little rough time this year with losing loved ones and, all that bullshit. And everybody left here around like midnight. There was no drama. We were thankful that, and I'm sure that stripper had an amazing Thanksgiving because I don't know how much money they paid her, but I mean, whatever. My sister did end up showing up for like an hour maybe, and then she left, which was fine. I mean, she showed up. The day after Thanksgiving is when like the real fun started to happen. Mirsha had come over, which is one of our friends. She was on an episode that's called Fuck Patrick, and she showed up with no alcohol. Thanks, Mirsha. So in my mind, I'm like, bitch, like get in your car, drive around the corner a couple times, and fucking try again. So we ended up having to go to the corner store and bought like $65 worth of whiskey, some Jack Daniel. We bought a honey one and a regular one, and we were going to get some like Jack and Cokes. We get back to the house. We decided to play this new game called like Uno Mercy. And let me tell you, when we start busting out fucking games, I'm not your friend. We're not in a relationship. We are unrelated. Like you're a stranger on the street, and I'm going to fucking grill you in this game. Okay. I win all the time. Like, my dad would never accept less than winning in a board game. Not winning at life, but winning at a fucking board game, okay? And everybody thinks I cheat, and I don't. I'm like, you shuffle, you deal the cards, and no, I always fucking win. It's a strategy. Strategy. Like, I could be, like, after learning how to win in every single fucking game, I could almost, like, I could be a boss in prison, okay? Dominoes, over. Anyways, so we did that. Zelante was making his drinks so fucking strong, like full of Jack and then like a dash of Coke. And I was like, what the fuck? So they were so strong. At the end of the night, I ended up like twerking halfway on the counter. I couldn't get my fat ass up there in time. And then Mirsha was actually on the counter, but she's so tiny. She's like a little like elf. She's like 4'2". Just kidding. I think she's like 5 feet, but whatever. So she's like standing on the counter. She's like whipping her hair around. She's jumping on Zelante, and we had an amazing time. We did plan when she was there though, because she saw our like 5-figure discounted Barrel House glasses that she wanted some, and we told her how we obtained those. So we did plan to go back to Tin Cities to the Barrel House and get some glasses. We did. We went and picked up the bitch in the morning. We went to San Antonio Winery. We had some Aperol spritzes. We, took some pictures and videos, receipts that we were there. We were going to go back to Tobin James, but then we decided not to. Andy from Tobin James, he was supposed to come and hang out with us, because he had been messaging us and be like, when are you guys going to be in town next? And blah, blah, blah. He never did. You're forgiven. But we did end up at Barrel House, and so this bitch brought a purse, right? And with nothing in it, just like a big ass purse. And we ordered our drinks. We had some food at the trucks that were there. We had like some like pokey nachos, and then I had like a smash burger. So fucking delicious. We had more pretzels, of course. And so when we ordered our drinks, I was like, okay, well, she wanted to just like take every fucking glass we had. And I'm like, Mirsha, you cannot do that. Like, we have to give them something back. The bitch is out here collecting empty glasses. We ordered like 12 drinks, and we're not going to have any empty glasses for like them to pick up. Like, no, we have to give them something. So little by little, she started like loading glasses into her fucking bag. And then when we were, there was some little girl that kept running right around our chair, and she was just like running and running and running, and there's like a water fountain there, and I was like, if this bitch runs right in front of me again, like, I'm just gonna push her in the fucking water. Like, this little ginger broad just like running around. I'm like, who brought this animal? Like, who does she belong to? Yeah, I wanted her to fall and just like scrape her fucking chin at least once. Anyway, so Mirsha started slowly putting the cups into her bag, and they're like clinking all over the place. So she's all laughing and she's all nervous. Where we were sitting, I couldn't tell if the bartenders were looking at us because they knew we took glasses, because they did mention that they remembered us from the last time we were there. So I don't know if they remembered us from the last time because we were just like such great rememberable people, or if they remembered that we took all their fucking glasses. So, but where the person was singing on stage and to where we were sitting, it looked like they were looking at us, but I kind of think they were watching the show. So I was like hella nervous for Mirsha to be putting these glasses into her bag. But she did. She picked up all of the glasses. She put them in her bag. And I was like, Mirsha, I need some to take up there. Zelante went to the bathroom. He fucking ditched us. He went out to the car already. And Mirsha's like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Every fucking step that she takes, her bag is clinking. So I'm like, she's going to get us caught. I'm like, what are you going to do if we get caught? And she's like, what purse? But Yeah, they did it. I was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to like dip out the side door. So that's exactly what the fuck I did. And yeah, so we got 2 more glasses. She got 2 glasses. I left them 2 out of the 12. But yeah, so that was fun. It was just like a little like Sunday fun day. It took us like 4 hours almost total to get home, which should have been like an hour and a half drive because of all the fucking traffic. We decided not to do Disneyland with our friend Cecily because we were like, no, it's going to be the last weekend for Thanksgiving break. It's going to be so fucking packed. Traffic's going to be crazy. Yeah, we ended up still traveling somewhere. I don't know. We're fucking stupid. And so our hour and a half drive turned into almost 4 hours. It was insane. But we had a good time. It was worth it. We would definitely be going back. I don't know if I want to go back to Barrow House again because they have to know now that we took a large amount of glasses. But whatever, I pay. The drinks are so fucking expensive. Like I basically paid for. When you think about how much the alcohol should be and how much it is to buy one of those glasses, you basically pay the normal price. I basically bought the glass, and so I mean, you're welcome. And then the next day was Monday, and I had to go back to work. And I woke up. My body was hurting fucking everywhere. The ibuprofens, the muscle relaxers, the alcohol has all worn off, and everything was hurting. I recorded an episode talking about all this shit that I just talked about and accidentally deleted the whole fucking thing. Was not prepared to go to work, was not ready to deal with anybody, did not want to talk to anybody, didn't want to see anybody. We hadn't done laundry, so I had to wear some ugly fucking like outfit that looked like I was going to go chop down some trees. Very seasonal, but not my thing. It was just a Monday fucking Mondayed like it had never fucking Mondayed before. And now it's Tuesday, and I'm re-recording this fucking episode, and I'm not happy about it. I'm drinking my Pete's coffee, I'm watching all my animals run around the backyard like fucktards, and I'm tired. And I got 3 more weeks until I go back onto another vacation from work, and so excited. This upcoming weekend we have wine and chocolate. My stepmom's birthday is that same weekend, so definitely some events happening. I will definitely turn some of those into an episode because I know we're going to have some great laughs, some good times. I'm going to definitely tell you guys how that weekend goes. Yeah, you can email me whatever the fuck you want. I don't know. But follow the Instagram is still Sipsies. Like I said, go ahead and follow the Sipsies Instagram, download the episodes, follow the show, and rate me on iTunes, wherever you listen to it at. And see y'all next week. Hasta luego.